Welcome to Landrianka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Early, sun's popping up, and I'm going to take a coffee swig, as I always do, with this off. I probably just cut off my last word. All right, yes, the plant is still attacking me. All right. You know, I could just scoot up a little, right? Ooh, brilliant. Okay. Now we're going into 2018, so I want to share something with you. This is a pivotal year coming up. 2 to 2017, major changes in these last 15 years, especially the last few years since 2012, before that. Our DNA is changing, our frequency is raising, we're going through physical changes, the earth is going through physical changes. We're seeing a split between collective consciousness raising and those who are staying in the third density, the third dimension. And I want to share something with you today that is extremely important. And you may think I'm off my rocker and totally ridiculous, but you know I don't believe that there are any limits to anything. There certainly aren't once we leave this body. But this human race, this body, this density, this planet, it poses some challenges. But you came down here for those. You didn't come down here just to make a boatload of money and sit around eating bonbons. That's only part of the fun. The rest is connecting to the higher consciousness, raising your frequency, making positive decisions, getting out of the dark closet, removing the veils. And I know you're doing that. I know that you're working on it. I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult. We're all on that path. We all have different experiences. There is no one more challenging than another because everybody has been through the worst and the best of being human, whether it was this lifetime or another one. Hear my train? I want to share something with you. You can join me. If you think that this earth is going to hell in a handbasket, I want you to listen to this video. I just heard last night Stephen Hawking said that we need to get off of this planet within the next 100 years or there will not be a human species. That couldn't be further from the truth. I want you to share something. The reason he's saying that is because we're destroying ourselves. The earth isn't doing that on its own. We are destroying ourselves and our planet. Wouldn't the solution be to change that and honor the planet? And if there are planetary changes along the way, that we're okay with that? And that we can't keep running and then polluting some other planet? We need to get our act together. And I want you to know how incredibly important you are. Every single soul on this planet is privileged because this is a limited, very advanced school. It's the toughest place to be, and it's also the best place to be. It's the place where we can maximize our spiritual growth. We can accelerate it, unlike any other place. Because the challenges are so great because we forgot who we are purposely so that we could handle these challenges straight on without the knowledge and reconnect to that. And that's the toughest part, is to reconnect to something that you've completely forgotten. And I know you know it's there, and I know you're on that pathway. And I want to share something with you. This planet can become heaven if each one of us clears up the crap in our own lives. That's all you need to do. Not worry about what other people are doing and what's going on in another country or what some political idiot figure's doing. This is all part of the incentive for us to be our best self, not to look around and say the world is going down, to look at us and say, I can change it. Because you do create your own reality. It's really true. You create your own reality, and we came here as a collective consciousness. There is no separation ultimately in our energy. We're all connected. And that's why we will feel so much pain and suffering. In fact, you know what? The fear level went up. It's December, mid-December right now, 2017. I have heard so many people go into fear mode. It's really high right now. So you may experience things like that and you don't know why. Where did that come from? I was meditating, I'm doing all these things, and all of a sudden this fear shows up. And nothing really changed in your life, but all of a sudden you're afraid of certain things, or you're afraid of the future, or you're just questioning yourself. You've got to stay steadfast on that path of enlightenment. You will do it. You will do it. That's a fact. The question is, are you going to choose to do it in this lifetime? You have free will. You get to decide if it's going to happen now, or if you're going to die without knowing what it would be like to have put yourself out there 100%. No judgment to anybody else. Everybody else is you. They're all struggling. They all want to be loved. They're all struggling with density. They're all struggling with ego. Some have advanced more than others. That's why there's a balance here of people that can help one another. We all bring something to the table. There's always something you can offer another person that they don't have or don't believe they have, and vice versa. We pull each other up, but we still are in control of our individual free wills. You can change this planet with me. I am launching a program of passion first, love first. And that is a program, and I'll tell you about it later as I develop it, of having people who are unhappy look at their lives and say, if I could do, you've heard this before, if I could do something every day and live my life every day without concern of money or health or anything else, what would it be? What would truly bring joy? I have never heard somebody say, sit and crank out money. I've never heard anybody say crank out money. They're doing that and focused on that because they think that's going to put them in that place of doing what they love every day. I would love people to start going after this way of life that puts their passions first, and money is something they do on the side. So we're living a completely 180, total opposite of where we are now. Struggle, 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 work, work for corporations, for everybody who's making a ton of money for the wrong reasons. And there are other ones out there that are very responsible, and you know which is which. And we have to start making decisions about what we associate ourselves with, who we work for, what we're learning, what we're offering. What are you doing with your life? What is it you want to do? Start changing everything in your life that you are unhappy with, and start putting that survival mode over here and decide, what can I do to create that life that I can love every day? And money's just going to be something that comes over here. In fact, may come with this too, but it's not going to be the reason why I'm doing it. What is that thing? What is that way of life? I've got a whole program, and actually the people that come onto my internet training get free courses with me. In 2018, first quarter, I'm going to release courses where they actually go through all of this. They get to, because they're learning internet marketing, they're getting to create businesses online, and the focus is loving their lives. And that whole internet training that they get, that they have to, they're challenged by. Once they get through it, then we say, now what are we going to do with it? What responsible things are we going to do with it? What are we going to do that's going to feel so good and joyful, and you're going to make a boatload of money? And maybe if you don't, make a boatload, at least you make enough money where you're so comfortable, but you're so happy with what you're doing. If you're struggling now with money, wouldn't it be great if money was coming in and paying the bills, but you're loving what you did? That's usually not the case. Every once in a while I get somebody who tells me that they love what they do, but 9 times out of 10 they're usually working long hours because it doesn't pay enough. Or they're struggling or not able to do luxuries like travel and that because it doesn't pay enough. You can have both. You have to decide that. You can create your own reality. You can have both. It's going to come with challenges. I know. I'm in it. I'm knee deep in it. Because the more I take on, the more I have to ask of myself. And the more I have to focus on my goals. And by the way, I don't stop living an awesome life. It doesn't stop me from going after my passions. But what I'm doing every day, taking all this on, I love. I get to write. I'm working on television series. I'm writing books. I'm putting courses together to help people change their lives. I love doing that. And I love taking all of my 25 years of investment banking and working in the entertainment industry. I love using all that information and sharing it with other people to help open doors for them. And I love taking my natural drive and super achiever personality to show people how they can get past their self-limiting thoughts, beliefs, without having to be the never say never, never die personality. You can have anything you want. You have to make that decision. And when you do, you will change this planet. Just because you got you right, got you reconnected to what you are, perfection. And you will change this planet. And nobody's going to have to go colonize Mars again, which was already blown up once, nuked. Because people couldn't get along there either. And everybody was a victim of all of these wars and battles that went on. And part of us here, some of us here are from that. At DNA, people have come here from those situations. And we can't keep running from planet to planet. We're going to make this right, aren't we? Aren't we going to make it right? Are you going to join me? It's possible. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. What do you have to lose? We're all going to leave here. You have one shot at this lifetime. One. Yeah, there's 500 billion realities, but you're choosing yours right now. And you're experiencing yours right now. What's it going to be? Let's pick our highest use, our best thought, our best feeling, our best intentions, our best efforts. I was laying in bed and I thought, was that Koo wanting in? I was laying in bed and I thought, oh, God, I'm going to sleep in today. And I laid there and I thought, I've got work to do. People look forward to that video that I release every morning, every day, hopefully every morning. I've got messages to shoot. And you know what? I thought, that's going to feel better than me sleeping in. Nothing wrong with sleeping in, but I thought, I was excited. I thought, I've got a lot to accomplish here on this planet. So I got up and made a pot of coffee and started shooting with you before I even start my day. I'm going to release my video when I get off of here. I'm going to start writing those courses. I have 2 webinars I'm giving today to all my internet people to talk to them about changing their lives and what does it take to make enough money where you're relaxing and using all of your tools to create a positive life and business and whatever you want. Our world is changing. Let that traditional life go. We can change this world. Stop looking to the authorities for your answers. You are the authority. There will be no drug trade if nobody's taking drugs. There will be no cancer when there's no chemicals in our foods, in our environment, in our water. We wonder why we're sick. We're poisoning ourselves. And we know it. And we continue to go out and eat the things that we know have crap on them, poison on them. Make good choices. You can change everything. And when you make that shift and you decide that every choice you make is going to be a responsible one, I think I've got. That's my computer reflecting the sun. Your world's going to change with every single decision you make, the highest one. And this planet will be at peace. And whatever she does along the way, it won't be because we're destroying her. It's going to be because, well, maybe it's coming to the end of her life. That's okay. I'll accept that. I'll go down with volcano before I'll go down with a nuke. That's not my reality, and it's not going to be. What's yours? We don't have to be in the same reality, you know. Want to join me in the heaven on earth? It's possible. When we raise our frequencies, we can go into fourth, fifth dimensions and higher on this planet. And all of this can happen in your lifetime. You are whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. You are a miracle worker. You have no limits. There's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't change. Everything's possible. Everything's possible. And if you're questioning that right now, then you don't understand what you are. And start looking at what's going on out there. The stories of miracles that seemingly couldn't be possible are happening now, every day. And they're coming to light. And they're not so crazy anymore. And you have all these capabilities, all of them. From changing your life to your monetary situation to healing yourself. It's all possible. So start working on it. Namaste.